I was watching an interview where you were speaking about how getting shot changed you.
I mean, yeah, the second time I got shot, first time I got shot, I was more eager to get back at what happened to me, you know what I mean? Because it was like, I mean, I was younger, way younger. And the second time I had much more shit on the line. I had a daughter. I had the song Walking Bomb. That shit was kind of popping. It was my first joint that really kind of started blowing out the water. I had people in my ear. And it was the second time that was happening to me. So anytime something happened to you twice, I always been like that. Like my mom always taught me to be like that. Like when I got caught selling dope for the third, fourth time, she just told me like, if you keep getting caught at it, you're not good at it. You feel me? Like if it's just something that you keep getting caught at, stop doing it. Do something different. You got to. You're not good at it. You keep getting caught. Feel me? So I keep getting shot. I guess I'm not good at that. I'm like, it's not good. So I'm not gonna keep doing it if it keep happening.
So you think it was just because you had more
More
going
on the line?
Yeah.
Yeah, and more people in my ear, more support, more, yeah. Back then, when I got shot when I was younger, it was more people telling me, like, the people I had around me, they was on some shit like, get back, feel me? It's who you got with you. Like, everybody make their own decisions, but if you're in a predicament where you kind of, like, got your back against the wall, whoever you really around, and that you, like, on some, bro, what should I mean, who you dependent on, like, or whoever your backbone is, like, you gonna go with their opinion, too, like, I mean, it's a big people don't really think that there's people that they're around be involved in their decisions, but they really do. I mean, it's really the people you're around. I mean, influence your decisions.
Yeah, I mean, do you also think it's sort of a part of who you are that you were able to have that new perspective? Not just that you had more riding, that you had more on the line?
Yeah. I think a lot, you feel me? Ever since I went to placement, I was like 15, I went to placement, they told me like, don't be letting people get to you and shit, you know what I mean? Like, don't let people take you off. Like, this one nigga told me in placement, he was a worker and shit. He like, I know you're a street dude and all that, like, fake it to make it. It was one of them little weird ass boot camps I had to deal with weird ass people. So he like, just fake it to make it, you know what I mean? Fit in. Just do what you gotta do and then get out. So I'm like, fake it to make it, right? So anytime I gotta install like, all right, I gotta chill for this because this is what's going on, I was always able to do it after that. Like, if somebody was ripping on me, like, he was getting me, he was tearing me up, like, that shit used to get to me when I was younger. Somebody was talking about me and shit like, damn, this nigga talking big shit on me. After placement, I knew how to deal with that. I had coping skills and shit after that. I'm like, if a nigga talking about me, it ain't nothing, you feel me? After that, I started dealing with everything like that. And one thing they told me too, think before you react. I started to think before I react. So once a nigga tell me something, it was kind of hypnotizing to me. Like a nigga can tell me, get this sold. And I'm gonna think about, should I get this sold or not? Like, what should I do? Like, hold up, should I get this sold? What's right there? I'm gonna think about it. It start being into my head after that. I start thinking about everything that I do before I do it. And I just programmed that shit. And that's how I've been staying alive.
Yeah, because listening to your music, it definitely, like your lyrics, they're reflective, you know?
That shit too.
They show that you're thinking, you're not just reacting, you're thinking about what's going on around you. And it seems like there's probably so many people that don't have that moment of clarity, and the cycle of violence continues.
Yeah. Yeah, some people can't focus in on what's right. Like, I always sit down and tell myself, like, even when sometimes I have to stop smoking or whatever I gotta do to stay consistent on what I'm doing, I just tell myself, like, what's really worth it? Like, I mean, is it worth sitting in jail over some weed? Or, I mean, you guys just really think about shit. And even though I'll be high, blasted, whatever I'm on, I still got time to think about it, because if I got time to pay for a bitch to pay for a bitch's journey to come to you or some shit, like, if you got time to pay for a bitch to come to you, or you got time to go eat with a bitch or something, then you got time to think about that. That's just how I look at shit. Like, I look at it as a sucker nigga way. Like, hold up, I'll be a sucker for doing this, feel me? But if I think about this and take care of that, then like my mom always taught me shit like that. Like, she be like, you got time for this, but you don't got time to go get your driver's license. Like, you just gotta look at shit, listen to your peoples. That should take you a long way.
All right, so let's turn over to the music. When did you start getting into music?
Since I was young, I always loved that music. I always loved music, bro. Since I was a young boy, my mom called a radio station and They had this shit going on with Ammo since I was like, that was just, I always tell people that because that's just a significant moment. I can go back and think like, when I was 7, she called the radio and I rapped on that shit, you feel me? So that's a moment that I spit. Like, I mean, I rapped like.
And that was the first moment?
Nah, I've been in the hood rapping though. I used to be 7 years old taking out garbage down the way, getting dollars for that shit, like knocking on everybody's door. You want your garbage took out? People giving me $1. Then I run up to the old heads, like, yeah, we trying to get some money, bro. We'll rap something for y'all. Y'all give us $1. My old head, damn, rest in peace to him. He used to be like, yeah, spit something for me. I spit something for me. He give me a couple dollars, like $3, $4 or something. Me and my man, we stacked that shit up, and we had like $30 in like 3 days. And man, we going to go get some little teacher. We did something with that shit, and that shit just showed me, like, I mean, I love rapping. I just loved it. Feel me?
So you've been rapping from a really early age.
Yeah, yeah. And my man actually that I was doing shit with, they was had like that was his hood. Like I used to live up the street. I used to go down to his hood and rap and shit. But they was having like block parties and shit up there. He used to be rapping on the mic and shit. So I'm like, yeah, that shit's tight. Like, he was definitely popping in the hood for that shit.
All right, so what were some of your early influences, people you were listening to, stuff like that?
I was listening to Joe Beast and shit when I was young, I ain't gonna lie. I used to know that shit word for word. I knew when I got a little bit older, about when I was in the streets and shit, like 11, 12, I was listening to FTR Drum and shit from the hood. But I was listening to everybody, like Rick Ross, everybody that was out. Everybody, bro. When I was younger, I listened to Dipset, 50 Cent and them. I was really into music. I used to have them motherfuckers as my MySpace background and shit. Like, I mean, like, I really was into 50 Cent and Cameron beefing and shit. I used to be all into that shit, trying to follow that shit, trying to see what happened with Biggie and Pac. I ain't gonna lie, Ben was interested in the music. Like, this shit ain't just nothing new to me. Yeah. I mean,
so you absorbed everything?
Yeah, I definitely did.
And okay, so you're rapping from an early age.
From TV and shit. TV is crazy, yo.
What was your first project, or like when did you first start recording?
Oh, in the Hope Center. My first time ever recorded, like on some in the studio shit. It's this little church and shit that we couldn't cuss in. It was on Bedford Ave. That's my hood. Like, it was this church. My man from the hood was recording up there. When first niggas recorded, we like, damn, where they doing that shit at? They had videos and everything. So like a year later, we finally got on that shit. We like, damn, it's this little building right here the whole time. Go in the building, they like, you can record, you can't cuss, no charge. Just a little free studio for the neighborhood. So we making songs. First we cussing and they making us take it out and we sneaking cuss words in there. Then we like, man, we gotta just go home and write. We gotta write some shit with no cuss words in it, but it's still hard. We write shit, burn the CDs, and we was just giving them motherfuckers as niggas in the hood or letting niggas listen to the CD that we had. And niggas was fucking with it a little bit. It wasn't nothing major though. It was just hood shit. Like, we was putting that shit on the internet. It was WSG to FSR and shit. Shit was funny as hell, man. We really was on that shit.
So where did you get the beats for the first time you were in the studio?
We was using youth industry beats.
Okay.
Just remixing them.
And that's actually pretty tough that you had to write bars with no curses. I think that's probably a pretty good way to learn how to rap well.
That's
if
how
you
I
don't
rap
have to
now.
rely on too many curses.
Yeah, like, if you listen to something about music, I ain't all cussed out. Like, I ain't just bitch this, bitch that, hoe this, every line. I ain't like that on the songs for real. I really use bars, because that's how I had to do, man.
Yeah. Do you consider yourself a lyrical rapper?
I do. I think I could switch it up any way I'm feeling. Anyway, and there ain't no shame in it. Like, you ain't gonna hear it like, well, he sound like he trying to be somebody different on this one. Like, it's just gonna be like, yeah, he switched it up. That shit hard. Like, I mean, I still bring my own style.